Sorry, I walk a little faster than most people.
No, you're not.
Money goes farther.
Okay.
And the reason being is because we have a certain buying power. When you give us $1, it's like you spending $4. Okay. So it definitely goes further when we have money.
Gotcha.
We have the emergency food box program. And what that is it's a program for people who do not quite qualify for the commodity program. And let's say their car breaks down, their family car. So it's going to cost them about $250 to fix their car. We tell them, go ahead and fix your car, keep your job, keep things as normal as possible, and we will furnish your family with enough food for the next 2 weeks until you get your next paycheck to get back on track.
What days do you guys distribute to?
We distribute food right here in this particular site. Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. We start the distribution at 9 in the morning. We close at about 11:45 so that we can put the food away so that my staff can go to lunch. We open back up at 1:15 because it takes us another 15 minutes to get the stuff back out of the refrigerator and everything. And then we continue until 3 o'clock unless we run out of food. Most of the time we run out of food that day because we have to supply everything back up for the next day.
Who's eligible for food? Can anybody come and get food, or who's eligible for food?
We have a total of 17 different programs. Only one of our programs is designed to be geared specifically towards the income level of poverty, okay? So we have our free produce program. Anybody and everybody can come participate in that because it's not just our goal to give people food, it's our goal to give people healthy food. And in this area, diabetes runs rampant, okay? So everybody who has dealt with any kind of diabetics or diabetes knows that a plant-based diet is good for their health. So it's our goal to create a healthy community. We have 17 different programs. Some of them filter through the schools, such as our Kids Cafe. That's for any kids who participate in any extracurricular activities. They're allowed to participate in that program where they get to eat after school. Because some of our kids don't get home from their activities until 8, 9 o'clock at night. And how can we as a community expect our children to function while they're hungry? Them filter through other agencies such as churches and so forth. We provide food at a discounted price for them if they have a feeding program, and they are outstretched arms into our communities. We work with all of our chapter houses out on the reservation lands. We have our mobile distribution sites. We have 13 of them going on right now, and they're all on the reservation because everybody knows that transportation is an issue, okay? So what we do is we take the food out to the people who cannot come to us. There's just a various amount of programs, and we try and meet the needs of the entire community instead of just a few select.
Do you have any special events coming up?
Yes, as a matter of fact, we do. We have our soup and salad dinner, and what that is we take a lot of our produce fresh from the Hope Garden right here at the Community Pantry. We have donations of soups made from all over the city, different restaurants, individuals, and everything else. And we provide an all-you-can-eat soup and salad dinner over at the Community Center, which is across the street, for $15 for adults, $10 for kids. And it's got the soup, the salad, the drinks, the breads, desserts, everything that you can imagine. And gosh, it's just magnificent. We have so many people participate with this, and it's a fun event.
Yeah, those really are great.
Yeah, and we also have our 5K Mummy Run coming up, okay? And what that is it's another fundraiser where people actually get to participate in the 5K run, walk, whatever they want to do, skip, I don't care. Whatever's going to make them happy, okay? And we have prizes for the winners and everything else, snack bags, t-shirts available, and our website for that just went live today. I don't know it right offhand, but we can provide that for you. And a lot of times too, we also need to check on our elderly because they're very prideful people, and I don't blame them. But sometimes they need help and they won't ask for it. So we need to check on our neighbors, check on people who have small children and say, hey, Have you heard about the services of Community Pantry? Because it's not just for the poor, it's for everybody. It's for your children.
How many programs do you have that do require like a wage requirement?
One,
One.
and that is our commodity program. It happens to be our largest program right here in McKinley County because of our poverty level. We're at 36% poverty level here in McKinley County, and that's a lot of people when you consider how big McKinley County is, okay? And, you know, Gallup alone is about 21,000 people, but we service a population of over 100,000 people, and I think everybody knows that. So 36% of 100,000 people, that's a lot of people.
So what typical documents do they need to bring in if somebody was wanting to
We
take advantage?
basically need their New Mexico ID or driver's license, whichever they have, okay? We need to know where they live because we have to prove to the state that they live in McKinley County, okay? We have to know how much their household income is. If they have people over the 18 or older, we have to have a copy of their IDs as well. And otherwise, we just need to have the month and the date of the child's birth if they're under 18. We need to know how many people live in that house because the size of the food box is determined on how many people live in there. If there's only one person living in a household, we're not going to give them enough food to get them through 2 weeks. That's going to feed a family of 5 because it will end up being wasted, okay? So we have to do this in order to determine how many people to feed in their home.
So we got the Hope Garden. And when does that wrap up and how long does the Hope Garden go?
We usually stop growing out in the garden boxes around the 1st of October, okay? And that's when people start cleaning out their boxes and everything. And we start the preparation for the next growing season because we fertilize the boxes and we let this fertilization and everything sit in there and do its thing. I'm not a gardener. My plants are plastic. But at the same time, we have all of our hoop houses, okay? And with that being said, we can grow all the way through January, you know, because the hoop house, what it does is it helps retain heat from the sun and allows us to continue growing. And I'm proud to say that we were recipients of the UNM Health Sciences grant. So we got approximately $150,000 to work on nothing but our Hope Garden. And we're going to be building a hard-shell hoop house with this, okay? And I'm really excited about that because we're really making improvements out there.
You're volunteering? Do you think volunteers can help out down here?
Every day. We always have something for volunteers to do, whether it's in the warehouse, the garden, the offices, or just whatever. If you have some great computer skills, we need graphics made, we need graphics, we need all kinds of stuff going. Because we are a staff of 14 people taking care of 2 separate locations because we also have the Community Pantry that is in Grants. And so we service all of Seaboard County too. And one thing that I think is important to note is that in the United States, New Mexico is ranked 49th when it comes to child hunger. That's not good, okay? When it comes to child hunger in the state of New Mexico, McKinley County is ranked number 1. Okay, that's a sad statistic. Seaboard County is ranked number 3. So this is what we are trying to combat with our efforts. And with organizations such as Thunderbird Supply, we're able to help make an impact on those statistics.
So football started last night. Who's your team?
The Denver Broncos. What can I say?
Go Broncos.
I've been a Broncos fan since I was in high school, and I'm in my 60s now. It's too late to change.
Go Broncos. Is there anything else that you want to tell?
No, we just encourage people to get involved. We encourage people to participate, whether it's donating, whether it's volunteering, whether it's cleaning out their pantries and bringing their food to us. Participate with us. Be a part of your community. Be a part of what makes your community healthy and happy. Because without that healthiness, the well-being of our community suffers. Our children suffer. In 12 short years, our kindergartners are going to be our workforce. We have to take care of that workforce, and we have to start from the beginning. Help us take care of our children. Commodity box, okay? By the time we get done with our buying power and our food rescue and our donations and everything else, this box will be piled to approximately right here. It'll have anywhere from 75 to 125 pounds worth of food. Okay? And what we do is we distribute this to our families twice a month. Because the SNAP benefits, they're gone within the first 2 weeks, leaving our families hungry, leaving our elderly who are taking care of their grandchildren hungry. Okay. Our Food for Kids program is funded by an organization out of Pennsylvania. They raise money once a year through an annual garden party. Okay, and we service almost 1,000 children every single month, every single weekend. We send food home with them for the weekend because some of our kids, when they don't have school, they don't eat because we are 100% free and reduced lunch and breakfast in this family. Stretcher boxes. This is one of our programs that is open to anybody and everybody. What we do is we utilize our buying power, okay? And we pass those savings on to the community. They can come in and buy a dollar stretcher box and save about anywhere from $10 to $25 at the grocery store by buying their food from us. And this is open to anybody. They're also welcome to use their EBT cards on it. We also have a diaper program, and this is for our lower income families. If they're in our system and we know that they have a baby, we try and help them with diapers because everybody who's ever dealt with a baby knows how expensive those diapers are. And if they're struggling to buy food, you know they're struggling to buy diapers as well. We also have the large dollar stretcher. It's where people can buy a little bit more. We have plastic bag drives. Anybody who shops at Walmart, Safeway, Albertsons, anywhere where they give out those plastic t-shirt bags, we want those bags. Don't throw them away. Don't put them in the landfill. We need them. We clean them. We use them to bag our produce when we get our produce in, okay? And we go through about 250 bags a day. We also have our homeless program, okay? And what this is not always the healthiest food, but it is the food that can be carried with them till they get to their next destination, okay? Because you know what your stomach feels like before you have lunch and you're hungry because you didn't get breakfast. So you can imagine what some of these people go through on a daily basis, okay? So we give them what we can. Everything has to be pop-top ready, individual, and got to fix it to where they don't have to cook it because they have nowhere to cook. We can't give them so much that they can't store it because they have no place to store it. We also work with our local law enforcement too. And what they do is they come and they pick up some of these bags, like on the weekends when we're not open, and they help us by distributing some of these bags to the homeless. When somebody is homeless and they're hungry, they become desperate. And desperate people do desperate things. So it's our goal to take that desperation out of their lifestyle. We partner with anybody and everybody that'll partner with us. We've got a program going on with Blue Cross Blue Shield right now, and what they're doing is they are providing food for us to give to specific diabetic patients, okay? So we're working with them on that. So all of these aisles right here are Blue Cross Blue Shield. Right here is part of our agency program. An agency is other nonprofit organizations and their feeding programs. And what they do, like I was telling you earlier, we utilize them as our outstretched arms, okay? And they purchase food from us at our cost. And then they turn around and they either give it out to their congregation, the people that they serve, or they cook the food. They're not allowed to sell it. We have McKinley County's largest cold storage. And we definitely take advantage of it, and so does the community, which is what we want them to do, okay? Let's say the cold storage at the hospital goes, Well, they still have to take care of their people. They still have to provide food for them, but they have no way to keep things cold. So what they do is they utilize us. We provide cold storage for them. See how big our refrigerator is. Some of our employees here, the ones in the purple, this is one of our volunteers here working with us. This whole aisle right here is our commodity program. If you'll notice, it's quite empty. We have to fill up once a week. Once a week, this is completely full. Okay, but today's Friday. We don't get our next truck in until Tuesday. Through a grant with the state, we were able to get a wrapper machine. I love this thing, okay? What you do is you set your pallet on here. If you can keep the balance. We put a pallet on here and it shrinks all the way up, okay? Which is really cool because for, 24 years we did it manually. This right here is our assembly line so that we can pack our boxes for all of our mobile distributions. See, these are mobile meat bags, okay? This is some of the supplies. This is what costs us, is these supplies. I would love to have a lumber store or a company or somebody who can supply us with these kind of boxes because it's hard for us to spend our money on boxes knowing that we can use that money to buy food. You know what I mean? But at the same time, we still have to pack up the boxes, okay? We have to be able to load the boxes into the trucks to get the food out to the reservation yards. So, more food. Cross Blue Shield program. It's not bad food. Bluebird flour. Who doesn't love that? This is food for our kids cafe program. We work with a lot of the coaches and stuff like that when it comes to the food kids cafe. This right here is from food drives. This is all donated food. This is what we have to use our emergency food box program for. We sort it out according to the type of food that it is, and that's how we develop our emergency food box. Here's our food for kids. We go through 8 tubs a week, 8 containers of these a week. That's a lot of kids. We work with all of our public school systems. We work with our BIE schools and even our parochial schools, our private schools. Sorry, I walk a little faster than most people. No, you're As you can see, we have 72 different raised beds, okay? We have the average raised beds, which is like 12 inches high, but we also have the higher raised beds. We have those for our veterans, and we have them for people who are physically challenged, and we are ADA compliant. We work with an Eagle Scout who came in with a group of volunteers, and they got these sidewalks. So people with wheelchairs, walkers, and everything else who participate in the joys of gardening. Because this is not only just fun, it's mentally therapeutic, okay? And it's emotionally good for people to be out in the sun, okay? And to do something that's productive. And this normally costs $75 a year for a box because that provides all of the water that we pay for. It provides all of the education because our gardeners work with these guys, with our renters, and they teach them how to garden. They help them with their gardening. They teach them how to harvest. They teach them canning classes. There's just so much available to the community by participating with us, okay? I have in the past been able to write plenty of grants that make this garden free to people, but not always. So what we do is we plug into our local businesses too. And we get our local businesses to sponsor specific amounts of boxes. And what they do is they provide the $75 for the box, which allows a family in need to come and garden. And we do encourage family participation, not just single. We have our open space right here. This right here is our strawberry hoop house, full of strawberries and different other kinds of berries. We're preparing our garden over here for other hoop house that we're going to be building through that grant that I was telling you about. It's one of our gardeners. Hi guys. So she's one of the ones that helps make this work with charities.
Nice to see it.
Yeah. This is one of our fundraisers that we've got going too. If you look at these bricks, We sell these bricks for like $50 a piece, and you put on there what you want. You can represent your business. You can represent the memory of a loved one. You can represent your kid who's playing volleyball. Jude? No.
That sounds like Scott right there.
That is Scott's. That's Scott's. That's
So,
Scott's. Joey has one. We did 8 of them. T-Bird did, well, the employees at T-Bird did like 8.
And you'll see it goes further right here. And our goal is to get this entire walkway done. That way everybody can come whenever they want to and see the bricks. And we've got that sale going on right now. Anybody's allowed to come check it
Tell them
out.
to come see me.
These are our choke cherry trees for our garden. Right now you can't see the choke cherries because we picked them. But what Sherry and Judy do, and Dylan, is they pick these choke cherries and they turn around and make jam out of them. And we sell it through the farmer's market. Everything that you see growing has a purpose. This is one of our greenhouses that we have growing. As you can see, we have lots of tomato plants and various herbs and stuff like that growing. Then we sell to the community through our farmer's market. Okay. So everyone, good morning. How are you, Dylan?
Good.
Dylan is also, where are you? I can't see you. Oh.
Hello, guys.
Dylan
Hi.
is another one of our employees who works here in the garden. Okay.
Nice to meet you guys.
He does a super job with us. Okay. And he's doing plumbing work.
Nice.
So it's not just gardening, it's everything that goes along with it. And then we have more ways of planting out here. See these black tanks right here? We have 8 of them. Each one holds 25,000 gallons of water. And what this does is this provides natural rainwater to our hoop houses and our orchard out there. We have an orchard out there. And as you can see, there's another one of our volunteers putting together whatever he's putting together. Nothing here goes to waste. Some of our raised beds, like these right here, these raised beds, those were our old garage doors. Okay, so instead of just throwing the metal away, we decided to put them to use and make raised beds. We do composting here, and that's open to the public. We encourage people to bring their composting products here, and they can also take from it too. This is our chili hoop house. This hoop house has nothing but chilies in it. Don't ask me what kind. But I just know that this is dedicated to chilies. Chilies and peppers and all kinds of good. Oh, they got little red chilies up here. Look at the little baby one here. How cute.
Pretty gentle bees, really. They're not. This year, there's not a lot of pollen from, so they're drinking a lot of sugar water because we don't have a lot of stuff that produced this year. So, yeah. And we sell our honey in the fall.
And how much honey do you produce?
Oh my gosh. Well, I've got lots of pictures. Probably about 5 to 10 gallons. Last year was 10 gallons. And then we had a house in Jamestown that there was a beehive underneath. Been there for years. We went and got those bees. And they're in that second one.
So if someone has bees at their house, they can call here.
You can call here and we can come and get them.
You can remove the bees.
Yep.
Okay.
We have our
Good to
little
know.
vacuum. We go underneath the house or wherever. Bring them back here, and hopefully we have gotten clean, and they'll survive here. Yeah.
That's good to know.
Yeah.